city at large? Also, how do you plan to address those? And I can't let this go without thanking Nancy Hoffman for 14 very good years she's put in for District 4 for us. So we got a new representative for District 4. I'd like to introduce our two District 4 candidates tonight, Mr. Nicky Smith and Mr. Adam Marshall. We're going alphabetically. Mr. Marshall, stand up.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Adam Marshall, and I was born and raised right here in Greensboro. Actually, I've lived in District 4 my entire life. Went to Sternberger, Kaiser, and Grimsley. Sorry, Richard. It's our time. Let us have our moment. This is where I came home after law school. This is where my wife and I are raising our family. Greensboro is extremely important to me, and I want to be part of the process of keeping us moving forward.
I'm sorry. That's my time.
I'm a partner at a law firm Carolinas, and as an attorney, we deal with complex issues every day. I represent HOAs and condos throughout North Carolina, so I can promise you, if there is anything that has prepared me for politics, it is representing HOAs and condos throughout North Carolina. Currently, I serve on the Greensboro ABC board, which is not as glamorous as it sounds, but it is an $80 million business, and we gave $2.5 million to the city of Greensboro last year, and over $200,000 to entities that deal with mental health and addiction. And I've served on many boards and commissions. I've been on the Human Relations Commission, Board of Adjustment, 6 years on the Zoning Commission, which I chaired, and also the Greensboro Criminal Justice Advisory Commission, which I also chaired. So when you're applying for a job like City Council, who wouldn't want to learn as much as you can about the job before you have it? I am committed to acting in the common good for all of our citizens. Yes, I will be representing District 4, but we need to elect council members who can work collaboratively with each other to get things done for the residents in District 4 and the city of Greensboro. When we have a complex issue or a controversial issue, I want to have pop-up meetings so that I can hear from you and you can hear from me, and then I can take those things back to council. We've got to continue recruiting businesses that are going to pay good wages, employ our citizens, and bring folks here for work. But to do that, we've got to make investments in our critical infrastructure. It's not sexy, but it is essential. We have to invest in our water and sewer, make sure it has the capacity for growth. And that's not just for the businesses or for the homes that are coming. It's so that our fire department, our ISO rated and accredited fire department, can tap in and make sure they can provide the level of service that they need to. We need to continue to leverage the airport as a true economic driver in Greensboro. It really is a mega site. We've been searching for a manufacturing identity in Greensboro for decades, and we really are becoming an aerospace manufacturing city. We just announced Jet Zero, which is bringing 14,000 jobs to Greensboro. That is North Carolina's biggest job commitment to date. That is a game changer. We also have to support our small businesses, providing an atmosphere where they can succeed, supporting business incubators like Launch Greensboro, which works with these entrepreneurs to get their businesses off the ground, and most importantly, seek investment capital so that they can get their jobs going. Housing is such an important issue in Greensboro, and it is well known that we are over 30,000, again, probably 40 or 50,000 units short. And District 4 is such a diverse district, and the district's goals really match the city's goals. We've got to have attainable housing that you can afford with the salary that you make. And we need a diverse set of product. We need single-family homes, townhomes, condominiums, apartments, and affordable housing. We don't just need it in one particular district, we need it throughout our city. So what can we do to help that? We can reduce red tape. We can make our permitting, inspection, and technical review process leaner and more efficient. We can work with developers to be innovative in their products. We can incentivize things like when they build a new mixed-use development, dedicating a portion of that product to market rent or affordable housing so that others can get into that community. We have to have the housing that allows our children and grandchildren to live in Greensboro and afford a place to live. Public safety, we have to support our first responders, making sure they're well trained, fully staffed, and receiving competitive pay. I've been endorsed by both the Police Officers Association and the firefighters, professional firefighters of Greensboro. They know that they have a partner in me, and they know that I am also somebody that can help bridge and build trust with the community and their departments. And just today, I was endorsed by the Guilford County Community PAC, which is founded by Dr. Curtis Brown Jr., whose mission is to move Greensboro forward on housing, safety, equity, and inclusive growth. And I'm honored to have that endorsement. Guys, governing is not a business. There are no CEOs on city council. We all have one vote. It is a team sport, and we all have to work together as 9 council members to get things done. We need to elect leaders that can work together intelligently and collaboratively to move Greensboro forward. What you will get in me is someone that listens, someone who does their homework, and someone who works to get the job done for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also, folks, I was thinking on a question. You want to put some of our District 4 candidates? We have cards here. If anybody wants to put in another question, this is your opportunity to do so. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Nicky Smith.
Thank you. Well, originally I was told it was 2 minutes a night, so now I get 7 minutes a night. So I am stretching my speech a little bit. So I was born in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Any Tar Heel friends here tonight? I hope a few. My family I've been here since 1985. I moved my business here in '85 and started that business here in Greensboro. For more than 40 years, I've run businesses, successful businesses, hired people, fired people, and made difficult decisions that I have to make in a small business to grow it to be a larger business. I bring the same practical experience to this simple goal. We need to make our neighborhoods safe, number one. We need to have a cleaner community, a safer, cleaner neighborhood, and we need to have a safer place to live with our communities. Lindley Park is a neighborhood that is surrounded by parks and a long commitment to community involvement. And I'm proud of y'all for being so involved in the community. It's very rare and unique in any city that you have such committed community like you are today. You have green spaces that are part that make this area special. Greensboro, beautiful Sunset, is a historic tree-lined neighborhood and active neighbors who care about their parks and their streets. When you elect me, I will focus on 3 things that will matter to your daily lives. Number one, we will have reliable safety in our community. And Mr. Phillips, I think, is outside the door here. I've known him for a long time, our police officer. We have got to bring the pay rates up to our police officers in Greensboro. We can't continue to have him working 2nd and 3rd jobs in Greensboro. We need well-maintained roads and streets. I know the potholes that are in your streets. I know that when I left my home today, I bumped into one of those potholes. We've got to fix our streets, and we've got to fix our street lights so we have a safer neighborhood. At City Hall, we must listen and act responsibly and respect the citizens who speak to us because we represent the people of the community. I'm asking you to vote for me so I can represent you in City Council so you don't have to come to City Council meetings and speak on your own behalf. I will be your voice in City Council, every one of you. My record as a long-term business owner in Greensboro enables me to balance budgets effectively by maintaining a focus on service. I will work with neighborhood groups like yours to protect tree canopies like I did for the Preserve Friendly Avenue initiative that you may have read about or seen in the past. I want to support safe walkways. I want this to be a welcoming community for all families, both seniors and first-time homeowners. I will work to serve you. I will listen. I will show up. I will get things done for Lindley Park and Sunset Hills. I thank you for your time and your stress tonight and for your vote. And I know my time's not up yet, so I'll go back to some of my background. I didn't grow up in Greensboro, as some people did here in the room. I came to Greensboro in 1985 as an entrepreneur and have continued to grow and build businesses for all that time. I grew up in Winston-Salem, a small town just close to us. My family has lived here all their life. My father-in-law went to Lindley High School, known as Greensboro High School back then. My wife went there, and my daughter went there. She's now a graduate of Chapel Hill. I am not a career politician, as you can well tell. This is my first gig at being in politics. But back in 2021, and Mr. Holt was still here, I would remind him, I put my name in the hat to be on City Council in 2021. I failed at that attempt, and then again failed again this past year. I've wanted to be in public service for a long time, and timing is right for a lot of things in their people's lives. In my life right now today, I am in a place in my business leadership, my business ownership, I can tap the brakes a little bit and step away from it and be a servant to the community which I want to be. I want to be your servant in this community of District 4. And I ask for your vote, and I thank you very much.
We generated from the group here. Mr. Urban, how many, sir? Live across the hall from me at UNC, too. Mr. Urban, that's what I always see folks on there. First question is, what preventative or restorative care do you propose to support our neighbors that struggle with homelessness or houselessness?
Who's going?
One, two is fine.
Who's going first?
Mr. Marshall.
Well, homelessness and kind of like housing it's a national issue, but it's an issue that's affecting Greensboro also. And we have to be compassionate with these folks that are struggling, but we also have to understand that we have business owners, especially downtown, that are trying to run their businesses successfully. I was downtown a couple weeks ago, and there was a gentleman that was asleep in the doorway with his feet in the sidewalk. We have to be able to get these folks to areas where they can get the help that they need. There are a lot of good organizations in Greensboro that do this kind of work. We need to bring them together. We need them to have a unified vision so that we can help folks that are struggling. I went to visit the Sanctuary House downtown, which is a center that helps with mental health, gives folks a place to congregate, socialize, work in the house, and hopefully helps prevent them from becoming homeless themselves.
Yes, sir, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. The homeless issue in Greensboro is a surprise to anyone. I was on the original Partners for Ending Homelessness about 13 years ago, and with Jahan Benton and the United Way involved in that. Unfortunately, our initiative at that point was to end homelessness in 10 years. Unfortunately, we did fail, and we still have the problem today. I want to categorize the homeless situation we have into two buckets, if I could please. And I don't want to put people in the buckets, but we have a chronic problem over here with mental health issues. There are private agencies in Greensboro that can help the people that have drug abuse issues, with substance abuse, that have mental illness, whether it be schizophrenia or whatever it might be they have a problem with. You put them over here on this side over here. They need to be helped in a different way than the people over here that have been displaced because of their situation in life. You can't put them all into one bucket. And unfortunately, the city of Greensboro has put everybody in one bucket, and we've got to separate those buckets into two areas. The mental health issue with homelessness, and I'm sorry I'm out of time, and separately how we get people into homes.
And our next question we have, and I think it's kind of an adjunct to this, is what ways can we promote home ownership and less investor leasing rentals? I know the B&B crowd is invading a lot of our neighborhoods here, buying up properties and kind of changing those to Airbnbs. So how would you address that one, Mr. Marshall?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
It's like, how can we promote home ownership, more own ownership, and at the same time less investors who are coming in and buying up properties and turning them into Airbnbs? I know that's been a particular problem in Lindley Park.
Sure. We absolutely need to promote home ownership. We need to do things like first-time home buyer assistance so we can help folks get into housing. As far as the Airbnb issue, I was on the task force that helped draft the ordinance to help manage Airbnbs. Airbnbs are here. It's part of our economy. But at the time, Greensboro didn't have anything to address it. So we worked diligently to try to get an ordinance in place, which was adopted by council, that hopefully is helping to manage that situation for the residents. I know we have a lot of it here in Lindley Park. There was at one point a spacing requirement, but that had to go because of challenges with lawsuits. But having that ordinance in place puts us with other cities of our size that can help manage that issue.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Smith?
Thank you. The question again, I'm sorry.
It's
Oh, I think I remember, yeah. So I'm sorry, I remember. So I think that the situation with first-time home buyers here in Greensboro, you know, I worry about my daughter buying her first home. She's gonna have to come up with a very large down payment to buy her first home in Greensboro if she decides to come back to Greensboro. Last night, and I don't go to all the city council meetings, but last night the city council voted to build on the Regency Hotel site some homeless, not homeless, but low-income housing projects that I think is one movement towards getting people into their first apartment or their first home. That needs to be more than just apartments, and needs to be more broadly across the city in townhomes, in first-time homes. And I think the city can do some things to incentivize, as it was said in the earlier conversation with the city council at large. We can look at federal money and state money for first-time home buyers, for young couples and older couples that need to buy and move into Greensboro.
Thank you, Mr. Smith, and thank you to our District 4 Council candidates who've shown up. We'll take a 10-minute break. You have an opportunity to talk with them. And we'll do our mayoral candidates in about 10 minutes.